Good afternoon, ladybugs and yellow jackets. It is so strange to be here all by myself on a show with you. I hope everybody had a Merry Christmas and a blessed Yule, happy solstice, all the things. And anyway, here we are today on the pilot episode of Imperfect Product on Faye Productions. I am your host, Fairy Princess Lolly. Normally on Sundays around this time, we are doing handmade home shopping, but I have decided to change it up a little bit at the end of the month with possibly anyway, we're going to test this and see how it goes, with a run of showing my imperfect product. I'm starting with myself and my business before I reach out potentially to other vendors that might be interested. So today we're looking at things that I have that are my imperfect product for one reason or another. As you will see, I am going to be selling it at steeply discounted rates. And if you want to be buying it, you need to be watching from YouTube. On YouTube, only on YouTube, do we have the ability to take your money here right then and there using the super chat function. You can just send the money right in the stream and claim your product. So hello everybody, and that is I'm going to be putting some reminders of this because this is kind of a new thing that we're testing out and trying, and it might take us a couple runs to get the kinks worked out. So I'm going to probably be repeating some of these things for people that may be tuning in or as people come and go throughout the show. As always, first things first, please like, subscribe, and jingle that bell. And then I do want to remind everybody also that here on this channel for New Year's, on the 31st, starting at 11 p.m., we are going to be doing a countdown with a little celebration or whatever to herald in 2021. If you want to put a good memory into our virtual 2020 jar, I know you might have to dig deep because 2020, but if you would like to put a good memory into the jar, we're actually going to be reading those out loud on the show so that we can kind of send 2020 off on a good note and bring 2021 in on a good note as well. So 2 birds, 1 stone, right? So with that said, I don't know how long this will last today. Like I said, this is all very touch and go. So let me, I guess, get into some of the things that I have here for you guys today, my imperfect products, if you will. I'll just go ahead and take that off the screen, and I will put this here. So, that's not what I meant to do. I always have my cord hooked up here, and I actually can't lean over without pulling myself taut. So most of these I'm going to try to get them to be as close as I can to a cost that is pretty, I don't want to say it's near what the cost of the actual item was to make, because in some of these cases that definitely is not the case, but I'm going to reduce them as much as I can in order to help them be moved and maybe find some good homes, kind of like Misfit Toys, right? So imperfect product number 1. Ooh, this guy's a little dusty. So there's actually nothing wrong with this product except maybe the dust that is on it, which is an indicator of the fact that nobody loved it enough to want to give it a home. So I'm going to show you guys what this is. Okay, so this is actually meant to be a desk stationery set. This here is a cork that I upcycled. This is on a tile. The cork I upcycled. It is meant to be a quill pen rest, and actually I have some quill pens around here, but if you write with a quill pen ever, you know that once it's dipped in ink or the ink is wet, that setting it down in such a way that the ink, the tip of the quill touches, then the ink will actually flow out of it and onto whatever. So you need to always have a pen rest when you're writing with some kind of a dip pen here, like this. And so that's what this was meant to be. It was meant to be a pen rest. Oop, I'm going to try to turn this without it rolling off, but it was meant to be a pen rest designed for quill pens using upcycled materials. I built it onto a cute little fairy, like a stationery set. So I actually made this this little guy. It's on a teeny tiny little spool, this little fairy mailbox that's here. And I even made itty bitty fairy stationery for the fairy mailbox. So here's the little letters. Here's the teensy weensy little envelopes that I even did embossing. Let me try to get my hand behind it so the camera will focus, not on my face. Whoop. Can we see that? Yeah, sort of. Did the embossing on those. And just this guy just has not found a home. So I made the envelope. I made basically everything except for the tile and like the natural materials. You know, obviously I didn't make the silk leaves, but I made them into the whole little fairy mailbox and whatnot. So I figure that if anybody wants this guy, $10 for the thing. There's literally nothing wrong with it other than it just didn't find its home. So $10 for this guy. And if you want that, then basically the way to do that is just super chat that right over to me. And that basically will actually be the cost of shipping on this, because it will probably cost me, it's only a little bit over. It will probably cost me somewhere between $5 and $7 or $8 to ship this because of its awkwardness and size and whatever. So that's my little fairy mailbox stationery guy. You know, there it is. You guys can see the bottom too. Here's the bottom. So just all you have to do is, if you're on YouTube, wherever you are, just slap that super chat, $10, all yours. You don't even have to pay for shipping. I will just include it and send it off to you. So I may have to pause here for a minute to write people's names down if things come in. So thank you. Thank you, John. I very much appreciate that. Yeah, some things are they're just cute little things, and I thought they might be a good idea at the time, but they didn't catch on. So here they are, and I still would like them to go to a good home. So okay, so item number 2. And if you guys ever want, like, I am reading the chat, so if you want me to go back to an item so you can see it again, put that in the chat and I will be happy to do so. Everything's kind of here in a box. So item number 2. This is a copy of my children's book that was originally meant to go to, as you can see, I mean, it's basically brand new, except for it has an inscription to the Rowanberry School, and it was not able to ever go to this school. But I now cannot sell this book because I wrote an inscription in it. And so, so here I am. So a copy of my children's book, and this is actually, this I did a few years ago, and it was, I'll show you guys. The art is by Herb Leonard, who is also another Ren Fair person and a good friend, doing Ye Merry Greenwood and whatnot. This story is based on, it is a true fairy tale. This is based on a real, actual thing that myself, Fairy Princess Lolly, went and did with all of these very real Ren Fair children. Oh, that's Connor, and that's Lily, and that's Tristan the Dragon, and these are all Northwest. Well, they're not, some of them are not so much children anymore because it's been a couple years, but this is a story of one of the Ren Fairs where we had a will-o-wisp hunt, and I converted it into a living fairy tale. You can see all of the people. This is a Kickstarter project, and so these are, beep, do the thing, focus, camera, focus, love me. But these are all the contributors, and you may even see some names of people that you know in there because it was a lot of Ren Fair folk. So anywho, I cannot sell my this particular children's book because it has that inscription. If you do not care that it has an inscription in it and you are willing to ignore that because you want it for yourself, or you want to just paint over it or do something and give it to somebody, here we go, $5. This book can be yours. That is actually less than the cost of what the books were individually. Hardcover. So here's the back. I'll show you guys. $5, and it can be yours. I sell these normally for more than that, both at the Ren Fairs and in my shop, the link for which is going down below. So if you would like that, you can just hit that super chat for $5, and this book will be yours. If you don't know what the super chat is, because you are new to doing this on YouTube, as I have discovered that many in our demographic are, the super chat, it should be They're in the chat on the side of your screen on YouTube, and you will see that there's a little button that has a $S on it. And if you hit that $S, it is basically the equivalent of just the way that you can send money over Facebook, where you just hit the little send money button and it will withdraw the money from wherever you want it to, PayPal or your bank account or whatever, your credit card, doesn't matter. You just connect those two however you want on your end, and then there it is. Boink, you just send the monies. It's very, very easy to do. Just hit that super chat. So, okay, so let's see, my next product, oh boy, I've lost my screen. Where did you guys go? I am on the wrong screen. Here we are. Okay. Sorry. Thank you. Okay, so next product. So these guys are actually broken. That is why they are imperfect. I worked with another vendor earlier this year and to make some awesome hand-blown glass wands that I intend to make into glitter wands. However, my cat apparently really, really liked the bubble wrap that was around it. So here's what an unbroken one looks like. These were made by Stormart Glass, actually. So so this is what they look like normally. It's hollow here because I meant to put the glitter in here. So this is the broken one, because my cat really liked to get into the box, and she has literally dragged out at least probably 10 of these, some of which broke in the process of her dragging them out and chewing their bubble wrap and tossing them all around as little hunting kitties are wont to do. So I have a couple of these that are broke. However, the receptacle part of this is in just fine condition. So it would be great or perfect if you had some kind of potion or scatter or your own. And if you have the ability, I do not, that if you have the ability to just trim off, you can see right here where that glass wand broke because Kitty was throwing it around. But if you have the ability to just sand that down or glass file that down, I don't know how you would do it. I am willing to just part with this guy like $5 because that will basically cover shipping. So this imperfect product, and this is the other one, same price, $5. This one actually is still on its wand, so it's kind of got a little more wand activity going. This one broke off, as you can see, at the top, at the neck part. So the mouth is what broke off of here. So this is just a real clean cut, but also sharp. Do not give to children, use with small children unless you have modified it yourself. So either one of these magic wands, $5, just hit the super chat. You can pick whichever one you want. And there you go. I would like them to go to somebody who is crafty enough to maybe be able to fix them or just round them off. This one here, if I had a way, if I knew how, I would actually round this one off, and then I would rope this up and make it into a necklace, because it would be a perfect little vial necklace, I think, or some other kind of magical-y item thing. So this one is in just fine condition, except for, so these I got to use for silver water potion. I will fill this with silver water potion for whoever wants it. The bottle itself, though, I'm not going, I won't be able to sell it as a package, because I had to use a bottle to try to learn how to do frosting on, etched frosting on glassware is what I was trying to do. I have not figured this out yet, so I'm still working, but I needed to use one of my bottles. So you can kind of see that it says silver water there, and that really won't come off because it's etched into the glass with this etching stuff that I got, but it's also not very well etched into the glass, and I don't really know what it is that I'm doing wrong with this. I also kind of tried to do this etching around here. So the long story short is I won't be able to sell this, but heck, $5, man. If you want me to fill this with magical silver water potion, I will do that for you. I'll just send off the whole thing. If you don't care that it says that and you want to put a label on it or something, there you go. So I sell magic potion in my store, and that I would be happy to just put magic potion in this for you, but I don't really have anything else to use this for, except for I guess maybe more testing of the etching. So again, $5, you can just put it in. So this, now we're gonna get into some more things. So this here, I'll take this tag out. This book is mostly in good condition. This is a completely hand-bound book by myself, and it's called Ugly Girl with Flowers. This is the outside. It is somewhat beat up. So for example, these here that you can see used to have little dried roses on them that over time and travel to shows, they kind of got beat up and flaked away because they were dried petals. And so it got a little beat up, but I never bothered to fix that or change that because of the theme of the book, Ugly Girl with Flowers. And I'll explain this to you guys. Ugly Girl with Flowers is the title of a painting that doesn't exist. And I made this graphic, actually. It's supposed to be not exactly beautiful. It's from Gregory Maguire, if you know the author. He wrote Wicked. He also did a book called, oh boy, it's Confessions of an Ugly Stepsister. Sorry, I was getting it confused with Mirror Mirror. I've read a lot of his stuff. Confessions of an Ugly Stepsister. And in this story, there is a girl who, for a huge portion of the story, feels very flattered that she's been chosen to be a model. This is in the Netherlands, has been chosen to be a model to for a painter who is painting this national flower, like tulips, right? They have this beautiful bouquet of tulips, and she's the model that's next to it to show this off, until she realizes, when she sees the painting, sees herself in the painting, that she was not chosen because she was beautiful. She was chosen because she was ugly, or very plain, as it really, you know, she was just, there was nothing remarkable about her. And they were using her plainness to further accentuate the beauty of the flowers. And she's very crushed by this, like by realizing that all this time, nobody ever thought she was beautiful, you know. So I found that very tragic and touching, and I made this book. I was like, what would that painting look like? So I just kind of conceptualized this, and I made this little graphic for it, and I hand bound the whole book, because that is one of the things I do, and I kind of have a scrapbooking style to my hand binding. So let's see, and this is this is what she realized about the painting. This is a quote from the book, that the painting, it says only one thing. It says, "Aren't the flowers beautiful?" Like the painting, you know, she realized. So it's kind of sad and tragic, but this whole book is entirely hand bound. There's basically nothing wrong with it, except for that it's been a little beat up or whatever over the years. It never did sell. The binding is, so these are all velvet rose petals, and then it's got the metal corners, and the binding are silk leaves. And I just would like this book to go to a good home. It's got 4 bookmarks that are on it, and $10. If you would like to have this, $10, I will mail it to you, no shipping cost, and it can be yours. So it's otherwise, it actually, oh, look at this. Gosh, it's been a while. This was hidden inside of the book. That's kind of funny. So this actually tells the story of Ugly Girl with Flowers, and the story behind the making of this book, and the little passage. So that is it. And that comes with the book. If you are interested in having Ugly Girl, oh, I did notice that I have the magic word Queen Fisher scrolling through the bottom. I didn't bother to change that, so whatever. I'm not too worried about it. $10 for the handmade Ugly Girl with Flowers, if you would like to have that. Let's see. So next in my box of things, well, here's some fun ones. I will literally do these for $3 each. I'm pretty sure I can just ship them. They're grab bags. I'm not showing you what's in them. I will tell you, however, though, that the things that are in them are related to in bulk, because these were grab bags from this year's leftover grab bags from this year's Fairy Light Circle at in bulk. I had made a whole bunch of things to go with our Fairy Light Circle in February for the holiday, and I made extras just in case extra people showed up. Extra people did not show up. Therefore, these little baggies are filled with those things and some extra stuff. If you want one, $3. Super chat it. I will snail mail this out to you. You can have one. It is yours. Let's see. Ooh, okay. I'm going to take a break here for just a second. Have a drink of my coffee, which is in this festive and colorful pepperminty mug made by a vendor somewhere. It has a flattened fairy on the bottom. I think it might be Gaian Illusions, but I'm not certain. So let's see. Next item on my list. Why don't we do these guys? So these guys also, I had partnered with a vendor, a different glass blowing vendor. This was a few years ago, though, and so sadly, I don't actually remember what the vendor's name is because I lost their contact, and I wish I knew because I would like more of these. They're super cute. They actually have corks that go. I think they have corks that go with them, but I don't have the corks out here with me. So these little glass vials, I had these so that I could make, I could do custom made necklaces for people, kind of mojo necklaces with their, you know, their choice of flowers and other essences to go in there. And then they were meant to be able to be looped through here and put onto a necklace. My cat, once again, my cat took to sleeping in the box. I guess I should not be surprised on that. They took to sleeping in the box that these were packed in, and some of them, their little thingies, whatever you call, their little handles broke off. And that is what is wrong with them. This is why they are now imperfect. I cannot sell these outwardly on my Etsy store or whatever. I cannot sell these as the regular product because, well, they got a little bit damaged. I have 4 of them, $5 each, and you can have one of these. If you do not care, if you would like to use this for your own magic potion or salts or something else that you scatter that you would like to put in there and cork up and have, maybe you could put it on your altar or on a shelf, you know, there's a whole bunch of different uses you could have for them. Heck, it might even behoove you to try to break these little things off. So I'll just show them each. $5 each. If you want one, just hit that super chat and with $5 and tell me what you want, of course, and I will get this snail mailed off to you. They're all really cute. So and there's 4 of them that I have that the cats have inevitably broken. So there's the last one. And you can see it's just like basically just a little blip is broke off, which is, it's so frustrating because this one is actually a really nice goddess shape. Look at that. Like, whoop, that's good little goddess jar right there. I have like a funny eye looking at you guys. Ooh. Walleye. Yep. So if you want any one of those, just hit the super chat. If you would like to see something again that maybe I showed, but you want to see it again, let me know. I will get it back here off the floor. Let's see. How about this? Okay. Here we go. This is a magic wand holster. It is leather. This magic wand holster is, I'm putting it up here because it's based, I don't know if you guys can see it very well here, but you can sort of see that the part, and I'll show you how it works. Let me grab one of my magic wands here really quick so you can just see. It works just fine. There's literally nothing wrong with it with regards to functionality, only with regards to color. You can definitely see here on the back how it's the dyeing just got this miscoloring in the dye. There is literally nothing else wrong with it other than the blue color is just kind of different shades. You can see really well there how this part is darker than all the rest of it, and then you kind of get in here and it's looking a little awkwardly with some like late, almost purpley splotches. It's just not the kind of thing that I would want to sell in my store, you know, because it's just got some awkward imperfections. Other than that, though, it works like this. It goes on your belt. This is huge. It will literally fit any Ren Fair cosplay belt that's out there, unless it's like pro wrestling size or something. And this is how it works. The magic wand just slips right into there, wears on your belt like this. This one happens to be what we would call a left-handed draw, because most people will do a cross draw. So if you're right-handed, or if you're left-handed, you would wear this on your right hip, and your wand just whoop, right out like that. So how much for my cats are not for sale, thank you very much. So magic wand holster, $10 if you would like that. All yours. Hit the super chat, let me know that's what you want, and it will be yours. I mean, I would like to say, though, that the vendor that I partnered with to design those, very, very good. This is the one that they had made for me personally, that has all those sparklies. So that just happened to be one that did not come out of the batch so well. So $10, and it can be yours. My cats cannot be yours. I love them very much, even when they're bad kitties. So, next item. Another book, sort of, if I recall correctly what I've done here. I do, yay. Okay, so this book, fun, purple. There's actually nothing wrong with it, except for that it just wasn't popular. Nobody wanted it. It did not find its good home. This is a book that I got at some bin somewhere, filled with books that were either, you know, buy them now or they're going to go to the trash or whatever. And so I rescued them, and then I redid the outside. I upcycled it. I actually added this band to keep it closed, and I'll show you the inside, because, so it just goes like that, but it's actually attached to the book, because inside this book, I have made it so that it can hold a phone or whatever you might want to put in here prop-like. I made this little thing down here originally to hold the stylus that you see that is in here. And so $5 if you want this book. There's literally nothing wrong with it. It would be great for cosplay if you are looking to disguise things, or a clever way to hold your character sheet, or maybe your dice, right? Something like that. You could put any kind of pen that you want down in there. $5 if you would like this book. Just hit the super chat. Whimsical is what it says on the front. I guess, did I show you guys what the inside looks like? The inside covers. I don't know. What book was this even originally? Maybe this was Ichabod Crane. It looks like it was some kind of a short story collection. Oh, I totally did. I was going to show you what the inside lining looked like when I realized that I made the inside lining into a pocket. See, I was thinking about character sheets and other such things at the time. Let's see. Oh, it actually also says here, the Great Illustrated Classics. that's what this originally was. Anyway, there's a pocket here for holding your things, and let me see. Nope, the back doesn't open, so boop, just use this to hold it shut. $5. You can have it. All yours. No shipping. Let's see. Another thing. Nothing particularly imperfect about it, just that it is not something I can sell in my store, because this box style is outdated. I haven't had boxes like this for a really long time, and somewhere along the way, the paper in here kind of got this weird splotchy yellow-ish to it. Other than that, there's nothing wrong with it. It's a quill pen and ink. Speaking back of quill pens. So, and this is the, I had titled it The Harbinger of Halloween. So it's, I'll pull it out here so you guys can see. This is also not a nib that I carry in my store anymore. I use different nibs on my pens, but you can see here what the nib looks like. It works just fine. I just have a different sort of nib that I decided I liked better. So it's got this spider, this cool spider webby, and then it's of course in Halloween colors, and it comes with a bottle of black ink, and the black ink is scented like Earl Grey. I'm trying to get to focus here. Scented like Earl Grey. These caps actually unscrew. It's not, they're made to be look decorative like wax, but yet be safe. Okay, Earl Grey, hot. $10 if you want the quill. There you go. And this can be yours. Works just fine. It's just that this, the type of box, the other stuff, it's not, it doesn't match my other product, so I don't want to list it in my store. Although I am thinking that after the show, I may list all of these things in a section called Imperfect Product in my store. But alas, purchasing there will mean that you'll have to pay shipping. So if you don't want to pay shipping, now is the time. Smash the super chat. Send the monies through. Let's see, what else do I have in this box? Okay, I have another quill pen. Also, so this one, basically the inside parchment here is not the type of parchment that I use anymore. So this is what is called the Air Elemental Quill. There's also nothing wrong with it, except for that it's just not the style I do anymore. So I don't want it to be kind of conflicting with my other, the product that's pictured. Here it is. You can see this is actually the style of nib that I do use. Let me see if I can get this to focus here a little bit better. There we go. So this is the style of nib that I do use, and it's a steel nib, works just fine. And this is just the quill. Perfect for dip writing, if you would like to. It also comes with its matching bottle of ink. It's lemongrass scented yellow ink. It's opaque yellow ink so that it will actually show up on paper when you write, as opposed to more translucent yellow ink. And $10 for that quill as well. You will not find them cheaper in my shop. So if you would like, again, just smash that super chat. And I'm kind of getting to the bottom of things here, so I'll go back over things really quick one more time before I end the show. Oh, we still have 20 minutes if I was shooting for an hour. So these guys are, oh my gosh, what in the heck? A con badge of some sort, a security con badge. I never work security. How did I even get that? You know what? Let's just not ask fairy questions of fairies. Okay, that's probably a good idea. Fairy, how did you get that security con badge? Why, I don't know what you're talking about. I found it. Let's see. So these are sculptures that I did not make these. I inherited them to go with a different, they were part of packages for different products that I had that I no longer have that. So these were kind of extra leftover guys. So this was meant to be a Christmas ornament, and this was a hand sculpted, hand painted bat, $5. And this can be yours, the little Batley guy. This was done by artist Jay Kovach, and out of my area up here. And I just through many, we've known one another for a long time, and I fell into possession of some of these things of hers. And this is all that I have left after we did some trade of something in order to make batches. And I also have this guy. He's a little slightly more damaged. The bat is in really good condition, just needs a string, $5. And then also she carved this. And this one is a little more damaged, so I couldn't actually include it with a package because he's kind of got that, it's a raven though, or a crow, and he's kind of got that little, it's plaster. So there you go, $5. $5 for the raven or for the bat ornament. If you would like either one of those, just smash the super chat, $5. It can be yours. Let's see. I have, oh no, I have some other things I wanted to show you guys. Give me just 1 second, and I'll see if I can get someone to bring them out to me really. Mike, I'm so sorry. I totally totally forgot to get all the things in my box here, and I do have, I was like, gosh, I thought I had some more stuff. So next, though, this guy, similar to the Whimsical book, although a little bit smaller. I'll hold them up for a size comparison so you guys can see. Slightly smaller than, as you can see. And, but this is kind of this cool, thank you, that's what I'm looking for. Whoop, down here. This is a cool little steampunky book that I made with the same idea as the Whimsical book. It is on the inside, it is hollow, cut out, made for a phone or whatever it is you want to put in it. And then also I did in the front of this one, I put a pouch. So if you have a character sheet or something that you want to put there, etc., closes. And then this binds it up so that it will not open. $5. If you would like to have this, all yours. I will ship it to you. Just smash the super chat. It's been with me for a minute, and so it's a little bit. I can fix that actually pretty fast, but it might have a little bit of wear and tear, but it's pretty much in good condition. So let's see. $5 for the Steampunk Journal. Okay, so now I'm going to get into some of this, some other things that I have, and these guys, while discounted, are still, I can't discount them quite as much as $5. However, you will see in each of these, as I show them, so I have magic wands. So this is definitely an imperfect magic wand because it used to be a two-parter. Here, let me take this off. This is pear that I'm holding up, and it broke. So it's kind of a Weasley wand, if you will. It used to be a pear and a purple heart wand. You can see what it looks like here. These are handmade. My partner that has been my business partner forever at the Gilded Quill, that is the master wand maker. So he hand turned these. This one, it was joined right here at the end with a piece of purple heart that was the rest of the wand, making it about 15.5 is 16 inches. So this, I guess, if I measure it, this is probably about 9 inches, maybe 10 inches from here. So if you want this, I can sell it to you for $10. And if you have the ability to just sand that down or shape it yourself, if you know a little bit of wood tooling or whatever, you can just shape this right down and you will basically have what amounts to a pocket-sized wand. The good thing about this is it still is tapered. So remember that imperfect wand holster that I showed you guys? So this will actually is still tapered with enough taper to go right into the imperfect wand holster. And to be perfectly honest, if you have the ability to sand that thing down and make it a little more friendly on the end, you basically have a roughly 10-inch wand, which is a pretty popular length that people ask for. So I can probably do this piece of wand for, I would say $15 is what I can do this for, because other than that, it's just that I am not the person to do the woodworking. So $15 and you can have the imperfect pear wand. It actually does come also with an imperfect wand sleeve. Well, here we are. Wand sleeve has a hole in it. So, but it does come with a wand sleeve. I am just not the person. This is not my craft to do or fix these things. There it is, boop, inside of there. $10, pear wand. Can be yours. Awesome gift. Oh, I should say also, all the wands, imperfect or not, come with, this is my Great Book of Wood. This is a very old copy. It has vastly grown since I ever started doing this, but the Great Book of Wood it comes with pages. So your wand, pear, it will get its page that describes the magical and historical folklore attributes of the pear wood. That will always come with the wands. So, and this is all my research into these things that I have then put, into this. And when people order a wand, then they get also a copy of that with all of them. So your pear wand will also come with that. 15 bucks, you can have broken pear wand. Let's see. Okay, so the next item that we have here is, oh boy, yet another wand. So there's actually nothing wrong with this one. And let me see. I need glasses, you guys, glasses. This is how I feel like a super smart fairy, right? Okay, super smart. This is a Myrtle Wand, is the wood. Ooh, Myrtle is good for water babies. This is a good water associated wand. Anywho, there's actually nothing wrong with this wand, except that, so it's about 15 inches, maybe 15 1/4 inches. There's nothing wrong with this wand except for that it has this crystal in the bottom, which is a Swarovski crystal. And I do not sell, this was made to be sold live at a show as opposed to in my Etsy store. So I don't sell anything in my Etsy store that kind of has these embellishments. Those are normally extra. So it's just unlisted, but there's nothing wrong with it. It is in perfect condition. Its bag is in perfect condition. And I am here to show it to you today in case you would like to buy the Myrtle Wand. And so I can probably let this guy go here for 35 bucks. And if you would like this wand, just smash the super chat. 35 bucks. It is yours. No shipping. This is the only place you can get it. You will not be able to find this in my store at all. The Myrtle Wand, and it is there's nothing wrong with the crystal. It's in perfect condition. So this wand here is very, very cool. It's got the same story as the one we just looked at, which is I don't list it because it's a one-off. It's a one-of-a-kind wand, and it's just so much labor and effort to list these guys. The ones that I have, they were really made to be shown and sold at shows, not on the internet. Pictures cannot do this justice. So there's nothing wrong with it. Again, here's its wand sleeve, perfectly fine. This wand is Vera wood and apricot. So Vera wood, as you can see, is rather green comparatively. And if you set this in the sun, these little green striations that you see will actually get a little more greener. You don't want to leave it in the sun for too long. I mean, let me see if I have a Vera wood wand, and I don't know if it's up here. Mine is very deeply green because I've left it in the sun for a very long time. So this is actually a pretty light green, and it will kind of become green like this after being left in the sun for a really long time. And the handle here, this is apricot. So these are two different woods. This that you see, this was done with turned with a rose engine is what made this. So this is actually very tactile when you touch it because it's 3D. These are grooves that are in here like this. And the cool thing about this wand, so this wand, 50 bucks. This wand, which is a steeply discounted rate, comes apart in the middle right here. It's a 2-part wand. And in here, you can put small pebbles that are precious pebbles. You could put cat whiskers or animal fur. You can roll up scrolls and put them down in here. Anything you want to put into the handle of this wand to personalize it for you. So 50 bucks is what I can let this go for here today. There's nothing actually imperfect about it, except for that it wasn't made to sell on the internet. It was made to sell live. And you will, of course, get the bag that goes with it. You'll get its wand bag, and you will get a page that tells you about the properties of apricot and the properties of Vera wood. So if you are interested in this wand, 50 bucks, just smash the super chat button and send it through, and we will call that good. I will get it to you. So let's see. Next, I have a couple more wands here. It looks like I've got another quill. Again, old style box. My store doesn't have these boxes anymore. There's actually nothing wrong with this product. This is the Fire Elemental Quill. Oops. Oh, okay. Maybe I've got it in the box upside down, and that's its problem. Whoops, my bad. Anyway, there's nothing wrong with it. It is a red quill wrapped with orange. It comes with also the ink that I have. Why is everything upside down in this box? I don't even know what's happening with that. So I've got it packed and they're upside down. I don't even know. This is what the nib looks like. It's just a regular dip nib into any ink. My ink, on the other hand, is magical ink. So this is opaque red. I actually don't sell this opaque color anymore in my store. I have a different type of red, but it is apple scented red ink. It works just fine. And this is actually also, this is a large bottle. So this must have been a mistake bottle because this is much bigger than normal. So I will let this go for 10 bucks. That's it. 10 bucks. Perfectly good quill. Makes for a great gift for anybody that is one of those Harry Potter / Scrivener type character or people, right? So moving on from that. Oh, I'm all mixed up in my cords here. Just one second. Oh, I think I've got a few more things left. Okay, one down here, I think, and I think this is everything. So this magic wand, yes, quite a bit similar to the last one that we looked at. It was a one-off custom. This is pink ivory and laurel. So allow me to show this to you. So pink ivory here on the top, and pink ivory is pretty pink. You want to actually keep this one out of the sun because if you put it in the sun, it will turn less pink, more brown. This is laurel on the handle. Again, this is done with a rose engine, which is a type of lathe that has the ability to do this 3D printing business. And yes, you guessed it, this one is also a compartment wand, 50 bucks. Pink ivory is actually incredibly expensive. These pink ivory wands alone in my store go for $75. So without the cool rose engine stuff, without the cool, just a straight up pink ivory wand, I think is right around $75. This wood is super expensive. It's a nice hard, exotic hardwood. And in here, of course, you can just put whatever magically additions that you want to have inside of there. It screws back together like this. And this one does come. Of course, you will get your parchment on pink ivory, a certificate of authenticity, and apricot as well, since those are the two woods that it is made of. Apricot is a great family wood, and pink ivory is a great ceremony, you know, the story behind a pink ivory, because it comes in small amounts. The tree that it comes from, it's Zulu. The Zulu story behind it is that only those of royal blood are allowed to wield pink ivory, to touch and wield pink ivory. And if you're not, and you do, then you'll fall dead. So let's see. That's at least one of them. So one of the stories that goes along with it. So 50 bucks, that one. This wand, nothing wrong with it except for it was a prototype of a style not so popular. So I guess if you were to say something was wrong with it, you might say it was ugly. It's sort of weird and asymmetrical, I guess. Other than that, there is nothing wrong with this wand. I can let it go for 32 bucks. It is, what is the wood on this? So here's its handle. Here's how it would be held, like so. But it's a little awkward to hold. So this was just not a popular style, and that is its downfall. Let me see if I can. Looking at it here, it kind of looks like it might be apple. I don't see it. Feels too heavy to be apple though. And I don't see its wood type carved in on here. That could be one of its other downfalls, actually. I do not know what type of wood this is. I don't know. Could be apple. It still seems too heavy. Anywho, 32 bucks. This wand, Still comes to you with all of its paper, its certificate of authenticity. Its sleeve is just fine. You get that. You get its magical paper telling you all about it. And that brings me to, I guess, what is my very last item, the unexciting yet $10 for a magic wand holster. This one is also for a left-handed draw. Goes on a belt. It is imperfect because it's basically the leather dye did not take evenly. So it's really dark here, really light here. You know, it's just not the thing that I would send off to the customer after they purchased it. Yeah. So it works just fine. If you do not care that there is some slight variation in color, there you go. $10. It will be yours. Smash the super chat and I will get it off to you. These are all things that there's just like, they all have their slight imperfections or whatever. So I think that is the last of everything I have, you guys. So I'm just going to really quick go over the things that were down here. I had the magic wands, if there's any of those that you wanted to, I'm not going to hold all of them up and re-show them. I'm just going to kind of name them off. And if you want to see any of them again, say something in the chat and I will hold it up, show it to you, etc., etc. So we had the magic wands that were there. I have the two blue left-handed wand holsters for the magic wands. Oh gosh, why did I do this? I'm in such a habit of doing that. I have my 4 little slightly broken glass vials on their handles, $5. I have my testing silver water magic potion jar that I was trying to do glass etching on at $5. These broken magic wands, cat. I actually have several of these, but here's two of them, the top of one and most of the top of another. I think $5 on those is what I said. And then I have all of my quill pens, $10. I have the hand sculpted bat ornament and the hand sculpted raven. They are, what am I looking for? What's the word I'm looking for? Not porcelain. I can't think of it. Anyway, $5. The grab bags for $3 that I won't tell you what's in them because they're grab bags and that's the whole idea, but they are in bulk related. I will tell you that. I have my 2 secret compartment books that have been upcycled and embellished, etc., etc. Good for the LARPs. These were $10 each. And then I have my Handbound book. I think maybe I said $5 on those books, actually. $5 for the LARPy book. And where'd my Ugly Girl with Flowers book go? It's somewhere down here. It's somewhere down here. Ugly Girl with Flowers was the $10 one because that entire book was handbound by me, like paper and all. So what I really need to do is actually hook this cord somewhere here. That way it stays with me. There we go. I'm trying to find it. There it is. And then I also have a copy. So here was Ugly Girl with Flowers. This one was the one that was $10 because the whole thing is handbound by me. Actually, I don't even think I showed this. I'm sorry. I love my handbound books so much. It's one of the favorite things that I do that's so hard because it takes a while. Okay, Newt. Yes. Sorry, Benjamin. Newt, thank you. One of the wand holsters will be yours. Let's see. Benjamin says the blue holster and the red quill. Yes, $10 each. That is correct. Just slap it there in the super chat and it can be yours. Or it looks like you're actually watching me from Facebook. Did I see that? Yes. If you actually want those, then if you can send me a message on Facebook, I can send you an invoice on PayPal. If you're watching though from YouTube, slap it straight in the super chat and then we will just call it good and claimed. If somebody, because I don't have any way to collect the monies straight from Facebook, I think, unless maybe you have the ability to, what does Facebook call their money sending thing? Oh, let me see. It's called, I don't know. I don't know what the Facebook money sending thing is called. Let's see. send or request money. I guess you can do that in a private chat in Facebook, but not like in the stream like you see Newton just did. Anywho, yes, $10 each. Do you want me to hold the other blue holster? I only have 2 of them. Newton just claimed 1. Do you want me to hold the other one for you? And then also the red quill. I can hold both of those if you want me to, and then I can, after the show, send you the stuff. Just let me know. And so this book, though, I didn't actually get to I didn't show this to you guys. The pages, I did these pages, their signatures in different colors. So it's a green parchment and a pink parchment, a rose-colored parchment, because of the outside of the book. I thought that was kind of cool. I didn't show that really last time, but you can see how the pages are the different colors. Anyway, so $10 for a little handbound book. And I guess maybe if nobody ever claims her, I will put her somewhere on my shelf and she will just be meant to be mine. Because I feel sad keeping books in boxes. And then going backwards, my kids' book, $5, because it's imperfect, because I made it out to somebody that it never was going to, so which was the Rowanberry School. Whoops! So I can't sell it, obviously, with an inscription in the front. Real fairy tale from Ren Fair with real kids. Actually, you know what's kind of cool about this? They have their little bios in the back too. These are the bios of all the little kids that were the characters in the book. Look at, man, I look at those and then I think, boy, I've been doing Ren Fair for a very long time, bringing the fairy magic. So yep, $5 if you would like that copy of my book. And I think this brings us all the way back to the beginning, which is my itty bitty $10 for my itty bitty stationery. This is the Quill Pen rest here. So, and then it's just my little fairy stationery. I made the little envelopes and that and all of this and the little spool. It's just a little stationery set for your desk. Quill Pen rest if you're using your quill pen, etc., etc. $10. And so, with that said, I guess you guys, that brings us, oh man, I am like right on time. It is 6 p.m. So this was the first episode, the first run at this show, which is Imperfect Product. And I'm angling at possibly doing an Imperfect Product on the last Sunday of every month instead of homemade shopping. So handmade home shopping for the first 3 weeks, and then Imperfect Product on the last week to keep it changed up a little bit. Hopefully we'll see if other vendors like this idea, you know, for things that they too don't feel like they can, you know, they can't really sell out, right? But also it's not trash, so it goes in the discount bargain bin, right? And let me know, and thank you guys for joining. Thank you, Newt, and I will find you after the show for that, and get you your information for the wand holster. And with that said, everybody, please, if you enjoyed today's show, click like and subscribe. It is the 27th. This means that I will be back with you guys on both the 30th which is Wednesday for Fae News, and the 31st, which is New Year's Eve. We are doing a show here for counting down the new year, 11 p.m. Pacific time. Please feel free to join us. And if you would like, please put a good memory into our virtual memory jar, because we're going to read everybody's good memories out loud during the course of the hour leading up to the countdown for our SnowBall Bash. And just try to have a good time for sending out 2020 and heralding 2021. And I hope you guys will join us. There should be links to all of it on the channel if you want to go and set a little reminder for yourself so you don't forget. But if you're planning on staying in and you just don't want to, you know, you just want to chill out where there's with your people, right? If you want to chill out with your people, then come join us. We're just going to be hanging out, doing some fun stuff. So looking forward to seeing everybody in a couple days on Fae News Network. I actually have an exciting thing to tell you guys on Fae News Network that concerns the Troll Cookbook, if you guys have been following that saga, which is just like the most magical story this season, maybe ever in my life with regards to a book. So if you've been following that, then tune in on Wednesday. The show starts at, technically, it starts usually at 7:35, even though I think I schedule it. I announce it as 7:30. I always run a little bit on fairy time. So, but yeah, 7:30 Pacific time. And Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, Blessed Solstice, all of the things to everybody out there. And I hope you guys have had as wonderful of a season as it can be, considering 2020. So goodbye, and I will talk to you guys later.